I hear you.
Yeah,
Yep.
we heard you.
We heard you.
We know you said that. We'll back you up. So Casey was saying he's donating $1,000 to whoever.
$1,000. All right, I think they can hear me
1,000? I
now.
thought it was 10.
So hey everybody, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. As I was saying, we are doing a fundraiser this month for Futures Explored. They provide excellent opportunities for folks with emotional and educational setbacks to get involved in the community. One of our players is involved in that and has been reporting great strides from some of the folks and playing a little bit of D&D with them there. And Ed/Montgomery has offered this evening to match any donations up to a total of $100. So Ed, thank you very much. And what I was letting them know about is somebody did sneak in early with a donation, a $15 donation sponsoring a wandering encounter for when you cross the threshold into Avernus. So Ed, if you would like to match that donation, you certainly may. If you don't want to match that donation, that's up to you. It was before the official start time. But with those things said, the party is currently back in Sigil. They have returned, carrying the bodies of two of their own from their visit to O-Earth. They were able to have those bodies revived and restored. The Wizards 3 have been working as hard as they can to deal with the influence that Vecna has had over the multiverse. Everyone, it seems, is secretly or has perhaps always secretly been a Vecna cultists. All the priests, all the clerics, all the wizards, everyone really is on the side worshiping Vecna. It's getting harder and harder to find anyone who is free of that influence. Even among the three, some of those subtle hints, some of those actions that they take, it looks like maybe even they're falling under the sway, though they're fighting against it. Mordenkainen, over the last few weeks, has been making efforts for you, and as you arrive back, he lets you know, my friends, I hope things are going well. We're struggling here, and to improve your chances, I've managed to acquire ingredients and reagents that will help to strengthen the rod once it's reassembled. That way it should survive against Vecna as it shattered in the efforts to capture the wolf spider. Tasha, in the meanwhile, has been investigating where Vecna might be. I've contacted my associates in many places, and he seems to have hidden himself away quite well. Based on the effects here in the material planes, I believe he must be outside of those. Possibly the hells, possibly pandemonium, possibly even beyond our knowing, but we're tracking him down. Illustriel, in the meantime, has been working to basically maintain things and see that your friends and family have some form of protection as everyone is sort of turning against one another. She's been putting out fires in her own domains as well as throughout the realms, and she offers to you all, certainly be as careful as you can. Things are taking a bit of a turn. Good news, if you wish to consider it such, it seems to be primarily affecting the material planes, so your next destination, Avernus, I think you said, should be free of Vecna's influence, but it is Avernus. The outermost of the hells, the location of the blood war between the demons and the devils, it is a place of constant warfare, and unpleasant at best. This red Belvedere you're being directed to is, from what I gather, a casino of sorts, but given the nature of Avernus and the rules imposed by the devils there, we can't get you any closer than just on the plane, and distance in Avernus is fluid. So once you find your direction and set out, you'll get there eventually, but look for means of travel. The party has gone off and gathered some things, made some contact, and this is where I'd like, as a quick introduction, and we'll go round to the folks that I know who've decided what to do, and we'll try and save those who might be, dithering on what to do at the end here. Let's start. Ed, would you mind sharing what you accomplished during this brief interlude before you set out to Avernus?
So yeah, actually, probably even longer before,
Mhm.
Montgomery's been looking for some magic armor, because he feels like he needs more protection. So he been doing research, and he was able to find out about some armor, and it has an eye of Vecna on the helm. Um, right? Yeah, it's pretty glaring. And so, of course, he asked the seller about it, and of course, the seller assured him that it's merely decorative. Um, and I'd already spent so much time and effort to get it, so Montgomery went ahead and closed the deal. So I have now some half plate armor that's magical in nature, but it does have an uncanny resemblance to the Eye of Vecna on the helm, and also markings that look like his skeletal hand on the armor that would be on his left arm.
You got it. So Montgomery's, looking a bit the part, though many people around and about are having the same sort of issue. And as a quick call out, Dave from Children's Wisconsin, hey, thanks for dropping by. Love to see you out there. I believe another person who has resolved their downtime was Fortune. Fortune, would you mind sharing how your downtime has gone this segue?
Yeah, Fortune deciding that he's met his demise twice from just getting clobbered 4 times in a row, usually by an enemy. Decided a cloak of displacement would potentially save him from those scenarios, and went hunting to buy one. He happened to find a seller with one, but it appears our enemies, which, I mean, at this point could be anyone, could even be us, have been spreading rumors that the item, that the cloak I was looking for, actually belonged to Kaz the Bloody Handed before he betrayed Vecna. So instead of being evil, it's evil, but it's outdated. Current Vecna's got a different alignment than what he was back then. So I'm essentially wearing or purchasing a cloak that is covered in symbols of Vecna's armory before he became a lich, that was worn by the man who betrayed him.
Yeah, so, I mean, they're repping a team. Which team is a little bit dubious?
But I will use the hat of disguise to I'm gonna say change my appearance to essentially like a more plain cloak, but put the emblems essentially like on the inside. I want them still there because I don't want to cheese that incredible detail.
Yep.
But I don't want to make us a target too much right now.
Sure. Keeping it undercover. Duren, I believe, has resolved their downtime or opted out. Nick, Duren, what did you do during this short reprieve?
Well, I decided that a 22 AC wasn't high enough.
Too low?
Too low. And I unfortunately wasn't persuasive enough to get, a better shield or better armor, but I was persuasive enough to get a cloak of protection. So, yeah, now I got a really cool cape.
Even harder to hit. Thank you for all of that.
No problem.
And
Cool
then
Cape Club.
I believe Loktar may be AFK. Telovere I might be still considering, but Las-Dal, what were we doing in your break time?
The Las-Dal went to a potion maker and did a little theft.
Just a little theft.
Just a little bit of theft of 8 8 potions altogether.
Mhm.
4 regular, and then 4 of the better kind.
Mhm.
And then he went shopping and got 2 sets of items for legend lore. So
Ooh.
he's got, which I'm gonna be casting here shortly.
Sounds good. Now, while doing your thievery, you also got a little bit blackmailed by a child who
Oh,
happened
that's
to
right.
who happened to witness it. That child
I forgot
went and
about that.
reported it to the proper authorities. Unfortunately, the proper authorities happened to be Duren, so it got a little swept under the rug. And
So he did take 1 bludgeoning damage from the slap.
that's it. Just one up the back. So
Don't
now that'll
worry,
bring
Bigsby
us.
Handle.
Actually, I lied. My unarmed strike does 6 bludgeoning damage, so you got
Don't worry,
credit.
my Bigsby Handle accidentally miss an opponent and smack Durin.
This downtime is tearing us apart. But now it comes over to Telovere. Telovere, I need the decision. What are we doing in your downtime?
Because I have nothing better to do, I might as well try and see if I can find a staff of power with my crystal ball that I acquired totally not illegitimately from a tomb that was totally not property of a lich.
Totally not properly of a lich and totally not. I think, as I hinted a little earlier in the campaign, there is indeed a staff of power, and you are able to locate it because the owner of the Staff of Power would like to see you once again
Oh, boy.
in sunless Barovia, located deep in the bowels of Castle Ravenloft, in a tomb hung up on a wall. A Staff of Power awaits you to arrive and negotiate for it with the owner.
Lovely.
So we can certainly take a detour at some point. I believe Loktar is AFK. We'll catch up with Loktar once he gets back. But with the notification of Avernus, the Hells awaiting, any other prep work or questions that the party may have before heading out?
2 days
Knife.
before we go to Avernus, Lostal is going to cast Legend Lore.
Okay. What are we casting Legend Lore upon or about?
The phylactery of our our friend who keeps gaining power, Vecna.
One moment.
I want to see if I'm capable of learning anything about it. I don't know if this would work or not, so this is just a shot for Lostal.
So you're given some insight into Vecna. And much of that insight leads you to understand how far past the common lich he has become. He has
Okay.
tread the realms of godhood, fallen, risen, been utterly destroyed, and then come back. You would say, good.
So I'm learning a phylactery
It,
is something that would not be something he is worried about.
it is likely not something he is worried about, but in its place, the eye, the hand, and his book likely serve a similar purpose, but being on the threshold of godhood, even the belief in him could be enough to satisfy his need for a phylactery. Undermining his worshippers would certainly reduce him in power. Finding the hand, finding the eye, destroying the book would reduce it even further. And then finally, when that's all been accomplished, much like dealing with a god or dealing with a demon, you would have to go to his home plane, find him, and kill him there. So those stories are scattered throughout the multiverse. The Lady of Pain fought with him, as did many other adventurers. Gods have vied with him as well. And through it all, he's managed to recover because there's always some secreted little place that he has left away. But what that does mean is facing him, his power base is scattered. He does not have the eye, he does not have the hand, and the whereabouts of the book are always a little bit vague.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
Cool.
Now they gave Las-Dal a lot more information than he had before.
Sounds good. With that instilled, anything else before we head to our lovely land of Avernus?
I probably would have had that conversation with Telovere, letting him know about the phylactery and his powers.
Telovere would note it down. Not do anything, but he would note it down.
I figured he could at least, out of everybody, have ideas of something to do in the future.
Telovere, do you have Vecna's eye, or the symbol on the eye?
I do. I
I
have
wonder
not
if
used it once.
I don't think any of us have. I'm wondering what happens if we clairvoyant something. Does it give Vecna information, or is it undetectable anyways?
I'm pretty sure
Are you
he would.
are you asking Red the player or Telovere the necromancer?
Uh, it's a little murky because neither of you have said that you tell us all the information that Las-Dal shared.
Mhm.
So this was more of a thought I had personally, but Fortune hasn't been told what you know yet. So
Yeah, and
Uh,
unless he tells you, I'm not going to say anything.
yeah,
I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit and try to get a little more information before I bring it to the party.
sounds good.
Sure. And with that, the portal has been opened. The Wizards 3 take their rest and then go about their business. Zalarian has just been looking a little suspicious. Maybe he's a little lesser willed than the others. Everyone's been keeping each other at a little bit of an arm's length. Even Redbud, sitting in his potted plant, seems like he's keeping secrets now. As you squeeze the bone rock down to travel size to fit through the portal and apply your whites, I have to ask who's going to be the first one stepping through.
I can be the first one.
I was going to say let's make him go through first, Mr. Cloak of Protection AC 20 what now? 20 still 22? 23. Let's make
23.
AC 23 go through first.
AC
And I get an
23.
extra +1 to saving throws.
Yeah, see, I think he's fine.
I'll go in with Duren, right behind him, and then try to duck
Per
behind
usual,
something.
holding on to my fur as we walk in.
Yeah, why not? It's kind of like holding on the fur and then like go through the portal. If there's a rock or something nearby, immediately duck behind that and separate.
Oh, I think Montgomery wants to go too, right? I mean, if we're going to a plane of hell, I mean, there's no safer place to be than standing next to our paladin.
There
Should we all
go.
just hold hands then and walk through kind of like we did for the astral plane?
Only if we sing Kumbaya.
Okay.
With
How
a
is Telovere already dead?
so I have not updated, so everyone please make sure to update your tokens. Uh,
I die the moment I step through the portal. I'm sorry, everyone.
this is how we left it off. So a twisted hellscape it is indeed. Shrieking gusts of hot air assault your senses as you step into Avernus. Miasmic clouds roil over a ravaged landscape of broken rocks, bleached bones, and jagged metal. The dusty atmosphere reeks of sulfur and tar. As the hot wind blows in your face, coming down as just the lightest sprinkle of warm rain that stinks of ammonia.
Ugh.
Lovely.
As you,
Sounds like my grandmother's house.
lovely, you hear from above, "Oh, hey guys, so glad you made it. You can't believe how long I've been holding this one in." Looking up to the cliffside above, you can see that standing over you is an Eladrin, a green-skinned elven figure, peeing into the hot wind, causing that gentle rain that falls upon you. Can I have a wisdom saving throw from everybody?
Everyone gets +4.
It's nasty.
25.
25
19.
is good.
Made a 20.
It is only Las-Dal who looks up at this charming fellow with his unnerving smile and says, "You know what? It takes a load of cojones to be there peeing into the wind down on you all." As he looks down, he's like, "Guys, so glad to see you. Welcome to Avernus. I'm Smiler."
How far away is he?
He's about 30 feet up from you right now. He's actively shaking it off, buttoning up.
Okay. As he goes to like button or zip it up, I'll throw a psychic dagger to teleport next to him.
Sure. You whoop up a psychic dagger. You appear next to him. On kind of the cliff top where he's there, there's a strange sort of bicycle-looking vehicle. It appears constructed of bone, metal, and is actively screaming right now. Think the most absolutely over-the-top Harley Davidson you can, and then put more knives on it. He's like, "Whoa! You're quick!"
-2 strength. Should I push him out? I'll just sit on be sitting on his bike. What you doing there? Why are you welcoming us? As it's like in my ear, I assume.
Yeah. So roll me a quick perception check.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna viciously mock him as he's peeing on me.
You can
I mean,
definitely
feel free to do that too.
Open your mouth while he's peeing on you.
33.
Oh, I'm covering my mouth so I don't intake any.
Las-Dal, you are charmed by him, so aggressive actions would be difficult at the moment. You are, what some might say, enthralled by him. But as fortune appears up there, he says, "Whoa, actually, I'm looking for some new recruits. You like bikes? I could get you set up with one."
I haven't seen one, but yeah, you got a lot of knives, and I do like a lot of knives. And then he just like kind of makes a bunch of psychic knives in the air real quick.
"Whoa, you're gonna be great. All right, so the group's called the Defilers, and you're already on step 1 of the initiation. I have defiled you guys thoroughly. All right, step 2, of course, is gonna be getting yourself a ride. Now, you guys any good at, acquiring rides?"
Depends. How far away are they? That's really the only problem we'd have is finding them.
"Oh, you guys are new to Avernus." No. You can't really judge by far away. You just kind of set off and you get there. It's an amazing place. Been here for, I don't know how long.
Then I would say we're probably the best in Avernus at taking a ride.
Awesome.
Or getting rides.
Awesome. So, what you're going to want to do, you're going to find yourself an infernal war machine. Bigger the better. I happen to like this model. It's a little bit smaller, but it's sized for me. And he kind of steps over to you and he starts showing off like parts of the bike. "Now, how many soul coins you guys got on you?"
Soul coins?
Oh.
And he pulls out like some random gold to.
And then soul coins. That's what makes the war machines go. None on you, huh?
No.
Well,
We usually just take souls. We don't get coins out of them.
Yeah. Well, good luck walking.
Telovere, you got any soul coins? Kind of yell up, but I'm still like sitting on.
Yeah, he
Like,
just
I'm
kind of
very
swings his
purposely
leg
in his
over.
way.
He's like swings his leg over, kind of wriggles backwards till you're riding bitch.
He looks like he's about to take off.
Hey, he's just like settling in. He's like, you know, kind of just wriggling back against you in the most uncomfortably erotic fashion.
I'll do a quick. Do you all want to go with him, or should I just try and stop him here right now, and we can talk to him some more? Because
I don't
he's
know.
getting ready to leave.
It looks like you're having fun. You do what you do. You
I don't even know what you're doing.
being a cat.
Join in the Defilers. Are you not?
Yeah.
You all not in? Las-Dal, I know you're in. I can see that look in your eyes.
Oh yeah, this sounds interesting.
Honestly, this is a lot more fun than I think I've had in a long time. It sounds like a rowdy bit of fun. I've had fun with you guys, but
Yeah, I get
nothing
what you
too
mean.
rowdy.
I don't know. I was nervous about the bike, but now this whole concept of soul coins,
Yeah.
that's
This
not sounding
guy-
too good.
This guy
Am I the only
sounds
one who's
like,
just slightly concerned by the
yeah.
fact that he pissed on us?
Yeah, I'm not
No,
happy
no,
with
it's
that
just
either.
initiation
But we're
round
already
one.
past that.
Did we get
we're
hit?
past that.
Did all of us, no matter what, still get hit by it?
Oh yeah, it just kind of sprinkled down around you.
It was raining.
And I mean, you're not like soaked, but you're like, oh, yep, that's a spot, and that's a spot. You didn't take any
I know I
damage
Out
should
of
from
have
my
it.
taken the
hair!
ending.
It did maybe a little bit. I mean, you got a lot of it.
Duren, you're all hair.
Yeah.
Of course it was going to get in your hair.
Eyeball hair. I'm standing next to Loktar.
You didn't see me say you were the only one who was all hair.
Make that 3.
Okay. Regardless, Fortune, did you get any actionable information out of him?
We need to get ourselves some war machines. That seems very pertinent.
Yeah.
We already knew travel was kind of weird here.
Is
He's
it
part
astral,
of the file.
Is it astral sea travel?
No, it's more like the one with the robots. That the not robots. Where like travel just kind of gets weird. Distance
like
isn't the
Eberron.
same. Eberron, yes, that's the word.
And as you're like trying to make that that association, you're like, oh no, it's kind of like this. That one was more like your perceptions were being messed with. You look out over and the land is actively like, I'm going to go over here now. This mountain's going over there now. It is an active shift.
Gotcha. So it's more literal here.
I imagine I just see a mountain disappear in the distance and reappear a little bit closer and then go off to the right.
Yep. And possibly unpleasantly, as you're looking out, some of the things you think are mountains turn out to be like walking, towers and war machines that are just strolling their way across.
Fortune, did he say where we can get war machines?
I was just about to ask him, Smile, where do we got to go if we want to get some war machines of our own? I would especially like a bike like yours.
Yeah, no. Basically, what we're going to do here is we're just going to set out until we see one and then take it.
Okay, he says just go out until you see one and then kill whoever has it and take it.
Yeah. You guys are going to make great defilers. Absolutely fantastic.
I mean, that's what we do anyways, right? Pretty much.
I guess you have a point. If they have one of these bikes, they're probably not someone who we're too concerned about anyway.
I think we could.
That doesn't sound any different than anything else we've done so far.
Yeah.
Can I do a little insight on Smiler? Do I think I could take him in a one-on-one? Is what the
Sure,
insight
roll
check
me an
is
insight
for.
check.
19.
He is uncomfortably confident displaying the broad of his back to you.
Okay.
Like,
But I'm also being pretty uncomfortably confident, just making myself at home on his bike.
Yep. Yeah. No. It is a weird sort of standoff that's going on here. You were just producing lots of knives second ago. He's like, I'm gonna grind up in front of you and get settled in. Like, he's not watching his back. He's not looking at you. He's like sitting on his bike, like ready to go. Not a care in the world. You could definitely stab him. He seems like he accepts that fact.
Okay. I respect that. You got a way to bring everyone else with us? Here's
Oh no, man. That's why we need the war machines. You want to come with me? We'll go pick one up.
how will we get back to them with the? I guess drive back over here.
Drive it back.
or-
You got it. You're gonna be great at this.
What do y'all think? Should I go with Smiler and try to get us some more machines, and you all make your way the same direction, looking for one?
Yeah, that's always a great plan. Split the party.
Yeah.
My question is, do we actually need him?
Well, do you know where to go? Here?
Do you? Do
I
you think
don't.
he
I've
knows
never
where
been
to
here.
go?
What's
I
the
don't know.
Judging by the conversation, I don't think he knows anything more than we do.
I
It's
just
about-
think he's a unique individual, and I think he knows more than he's telling us.
Of course.
I mean,
Well,
he's a
fine then.
Smiler. You're a devil, right?
Oh no, man. Ladrin. Elvin. Yeah.
What are you doing down in hell?
Oh.
Or before you became a defiler, I guess.
Yeah, no, me and my friends, we were exploring down here, and it was fantastic. Never wanted to leave. Couldn't. Never wanted to.
Why couldn't
Uh,
you leave?
Never wanted to.
No,
How'd you fi-
no.
Now,
You
how'd you
said
find
that,
your
you
way?
said that you couldn't leave. Let's not argue semantics here.
Well, if I never wanted to leave, then I can't.
How'd you find your way down
Okay.
here, boss?
Oh, it's not hard to get to hell. You know, good intentions. Just follow them.
Anyway, before we decide to keep continuing to look a gift Eladrin in the mouth, and God knows we'll be doing that, shall we just follow him? Barring any unforeseen circumstances?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna walk with my friends, but when we get a war machine, you'll be the first person to see us coming.
And he gives you a thumbs up. Like, I'm going to go head out that way for you.
Can I pickpocket anything off of him in this moment? Like while he's essentially moved uncomfortably up to me, like very close, not a care in the world.
Sure. On him, you can see he's got a bag on his hip, a short sword on the other. You doubt you could get the short sword, like you could grab it, but you doubt you could get it away from him without him noticing.
Yeah.
And then he's got some other bits about him, but you would say probably the bag he's got on his hip would be the most likely thing to take.
Okay. Try to swipe that.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hands check.
29.
A 29 is pretty solid. You manage to undo it, and as you kind of hop off, hit him with the tail on one side, distract him on the other. You're off and clear. You got this bag in your hand. Yeah, I'll be back.
See you later, Smiler.
As he takes off, it is the fastest accelerating thing you have ever seen.
Oh.
Like, crossbow bolts, arrows are nothing compared to as he rockets away on this thing here. In moments, he's way off in the distance, and then he's a bit closer as the distance comes closer, and then he keeps going again for a little while.
I kind of like start saying "see you later," and he's gone by the time the first letters come out.
Off he
Okay,
goes.
I'll go rejoin the group.
Now, as you come back down to rejoin the group, kind of on that cliff face, you can descend a little bit. Looking out over the vast expanse of the hells, you can see all manner of things going on. Here and there, you can see, entrenched battles. You can see monstrosities roaming about. There's no good, obvious destination. So what's the plan?
That's what I'd like to know.
Well, I was thinking follow the direction he went, but not splitting the group up. See if we
Okay.
can find ourselves some wheels to get around here.
Well, can I just make a suggestion, fellows? Perhaps instead of following the tracks of the obviously deranged and totally not an Eladrin, maybe maybe we just pick a direction that has the least amount of big scary monsters and go the opposite direction to that. Because typically where the big scary monsters are is going to be the safer place.
What's the rod say?
Somebody remembers you have a homing beacon.
I just didn't want to bring it out while he was here with us.
Sure. You pull out the rod and it points you off in that direction. You kind of look that way and there's stuff, but you can't tell which thing it's trying to point you at.
You saying it pointed the same way Smiler went
Okay.
off?
It's adjacent to where Smiler went off.
Okay.
Can we only use these once per day?
So I'm assuming he meant the rod piece. The rod piece is tugging in that direction, like a piece.
Yeah.
There's another spell that
I have the one that casts Find the Path.
that one you can, and that I believe is once per day.
Is that the same for the reverse gravity as well?
Until next dawn, yeah. Next dawn, yeah. How long does Find the Path last?
I think it's a fairly long time. I want to say it was 24 hours, but
I'll find out. It is 1 day.
1 day.
Okay. Well, but I don't have to concentrate on it because the garrote is casting it.
You do have to concentrate on it.
Damn.
It allows you to cast it.
Okay, somebody that doesn't have to concentrate on things in fights, please take this.
And so,
I guess.
I'll take it and use it.
Am I the only one here who doesn't have to concentrate on stuff and doesn't rage?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, a lot of my spells are concentration.
I am also an expert in survival, so it does feel a little appropriate.
Actually, I could take that one too. I don't have a ton of concentration spells. I have a few, but not a ton.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have
Harder
to
to break you.
concentrate on raising dead.
Yeah,
You just do it.
Yeah, but literally.
All right, give it to Telovere then.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take that rod piece.
Rod piece is handed off. Are you casting the spell?
I will cast the spell.
You cast the spell. The spell points you a little bit of a different direction. It seems as though it's avoiding some things that would not be passable by you, possibly some lakes of lava and other nasty bits. The direction that it's leading you towards, you can see off in the distance, or maybe a little closer, or perhaps a little further than that, a large lumbering creature making its way from east to west across the landscape.
There's a lake of lava?
There is.
Well, regretfully, fellows, we're going towards the giant lumbering creature. So,
Okay.
yes. Let's go, I guess.
As you set off in that direction, making your way across the landscape, you encounter a few devils and demons roaming about. You dispatch them as necessary, tiny little things barely worth dealing with. But as you get a bit closer, there's another vehicle screaming across the landscape. This one's a much larger sort of beastie.
Can I ask what was in the bag while we're traveling? I would check that.
Sure can. You open the bag.
What's in the bag?
You look inside. There's coins. 7 of them.
Soul coins.
They're soul coins. 7 soul coins. And as you look at the coins, you're like, there's something a little weird about these. If you hold them up to your ear, you can hear them faintly moaning in pain. They've got a weird sort of feel
Well,
to
it
them.
sounds like Lokar after a fight.
It does, but I mean, the name says there's, I assume, an actual soul in here.
That does seem to be what it's indicating.
I wonder if we can free him somehow.
You say that out loud?
Yeah, to you all. Well, I guess I say it's psychic whispered, which let me roll for the amount of time it lasts anyways, while I'm thinking about it. But it does last up to a mile, so. Oh, my psychic dice went up to a D12 now. I didn't know that. So 11 hours for our psychic whispers right now. Oh, but yes, I do say that.
Free what now? What do you have?
I have coins that I presume are the soul coins he was talking about in my hand, and I kind of moan. It's like putting a seashell up to your ear, but tragic.
Can I roll an Arcana to see what I know about soul coins?
Sure.
Yeah, can I do the same? Since
Absolutely.
I've been in the area.
Are you kidding me? That's a 12.
A 12.
It was
12's
on an 18 and it
not
just
so good.
turned.
18's a little better. So soul coins, are what they say to be. A soul minted into a coin. This is done under the authority of the devil that leads the hells. Once bound in this way, they're normally exchanged as the currency of the realm for favors and other such services. You know that they can be expended in devices like the war machine. If done so, the soul is destroyed utterly as it is used up to fuel the device. It should be possible to free a soul from the coin. Paladins, consecrations, things of that nature could likely set the soul free, but you also know it's not normally good people who sell their souls to devils to be converted. So the soul you free may not be the purest of souls. A device that is powered by such souls, however, is fast approaching you.
That looks sick.
One wheel
We
in
all
the
agree?
lead, spikes everywhere, a row of wheels in the back, more spikes, a harpoon gun at the top, driving and readying the harpoon, a trio of Erinyes.
Oh.
They're heading in
Seeing
your
a
direction. Good.
seeing a harpoon gun, I would like to prepare to cast a spell if they shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wind wall.
Okay. As the
I
vehicle,
would just like to know: is the like? Does this look like the whole vibe of Avernus? So like it's like Mad Maxy now.
absolutely, that is
Okay.
100% the vibe.
It's straight Mad Max.
Straight Mad
Okay.
Max. Mad Max plus demons. So
Okay.
that is
Uh,
everything you see here.
Okay.
I'd like to pair an action, or I'd like to go invisible, which may or may not work on them. I don't know, but prepare an action if this thing gets within, let's say, 70 feet of us to try and throw my dagger and teleport onto the vehicle,
Okay,
which will not break my psychic veil.
got it. So the vehicle's coming up. It gets uncomfortably close and then swings wide, swings the other way, and then starts to do the best donut you have ever seen. Front wheel sliding, rear wheels coming around. As that slows the vehicle down, one of the Erinyes just walks off the front, walks along the strut, hits the front wheel, drops off, sort of waves at you. Like, hey!
I think I'm in love even though I'm engaged.
Sometimes the hells know what they're doing. And for a moment, perhaps some of you recall that Avernus was not always the blasted hellscape it once was. It was initially designed as a idyllic field full of temptations for mortals, and 3 of those temptations are saying hey to you right now. She walks up. Name's Nikala. You look new to Avernus. You want some help? You willing to give some?
Does she register me as I'm invisible?
Doesn't
at the
seem
time?
to have noticed you.
Okay. I will sneak away while you all chat. I'm gonna check out this machine closer up.
All right, Las-Dal. Just wetting your pants over there. You have fun with that.
Yeah, we're new to Avernus here. Just looking for a gambling place to relax and have some fun.
Gambling place. Oh, you're looking for the Belvedere, huh?
I
Ah,
figured you'd know that.
you know, worked there for a little while. This is way more fun. At this point, the vehicle's kind of completed its second loop around you all and has kind of come to a halt. Dust is spewing up, kind of creating a mushroom donut effect around you all. The two inside are kind of like getting things settled down. One of them looks up over at Fortune and just kind of waves.
Ah, I'll keep walking over then. If they wave, like, sure, come on over and say hi.
So Nicole's
Well,
like,
hello, fair maidens.
whoa,
Would you all call yourselves
maidens.
fair?
Fair, yes. Maidens, though, not for centuries. Whatever.
Gods, I
So,
forgot how much I hated dealing with the hells. The undead was so much more businesslike.
you want to talk business? We can talk business.
How much would you charge to get us to the Belvedere?
Oh, I think a favor for a favor.
Intact, with our souls untouched and unmolested.
You have heard some very strange rumors about the hells.
I have dealt with my fair share of necromancers and warlocks who have dealt with the hells. I have no interest in becoming one of your soul coins.
Oh,
Pardon me for the assumptions, but some of us on the mortal plane are a bit more finicky about where our souls go.
all right, all right. So, here's the deal. We are trying to steal something from that big fella. And she points over to where there is a 40-foot tall Goristo minotaur monkey looking thing just lumbering across the hellscape. You can see on its shoulders back is like a palanquin, and there's little dots flying around up there. Those demons have something that our bosses would like to have. We can take them out, but we can't take them out and drive our vehicle at the same time. And that big fella's going to
That's very
step on it if
convenient.
it stops. So, either you can take out the demons, or you can drive the Venatrix here and keep it out from underfoot. It'd be a real favor to us if while you're doing that, you take care of the Garisto while we're dealing with the folks on his back. You do that.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
gonna look.
all,
To,
I'm
I'm gonna
all
look
for
to
fighting it.
Las-Dal. I'm gonna look to Las-Dal. I'm gonna let you take over the negotiation part here.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to fight demons or do we want to keep Agristro's fire?
Now, either you take out the demons on top, or you keep our Venatrix intact, and we'll get you to the Red Belvedere. We won't do you any harm or take your soul. If you do something stupid to someone else, that's on you.
Sounds reasonable.
And as probably Telovere breaks out his, legal documents and goes through it, eventually such things I's are dotted, T's are crossed to the satisfaction of both. To make sure it is understood, you take on one of these two tasks. They will get you to the Red Belvedere in style and at speed.
So
However,
mentally, oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Mentally, I have no idea how to drive this
Well, I'm
thing.
here looking at it. You could probably pick it up. It looks easy enough, I think.
Mikhail's
And
like,
start.
it's super easy. Soul coins go in here. That makes it go. This goes left. This goes right. Go more left, it starts to slide. Go more right, it starts to slide. Point it where you want to go. And the
And
way
slowing down,
Why?
sharp
There-
turns.
There is no stop apparently.
She says,
I didn't say stop. I said slow down.
There's no brakes.
I guess you could and she shows you where the pedals, like, I guess you could, like, lift up your foot if you wanted to. I've never done it.
Oh,
We're-
okay.
we're
And would
doing-
you say driving this is more mental or dexterous, or how would you describe your day-to-day driving this? Like, what skills do you use
And
metaphorically?
she gives you like a 100% flirt. Like, she just presses on like where your heart would be. You want to be able to feel it in here and then just let what you feel out. Boop. And she gives you a little nose flick.
Damn.
I will. Yeah. I could
You can't
drive
even
this.
talk.
And then as you like doing that, she's like already got you like halfway sat down in the seat, and she's like, just grab hold of the shaft there, and I'll walk you through it the first time.
Fortune does not do innuendos, so he does not pick up on that.
Don't worry, Las-Dal will make sure that you understand.
I'll explain it to you later.
Oh no,
So-
it's in his head right now as she's talking to him. Las-Dal is fucking with
You're
him.
not here. Get out of here. You're over there with the other one.
Telovere is just so concerned about the state of their undead souls to come.
And so, what was the decision? Are you piloting the vehicle and dealing with the Garisto, or are you going after the demons atop?
I mean, I'm already sitting in the driver's seat, so you all have to tell me something different if you don't want us to drive this thing.
Oh, God forbid.
I like being on the ground, especially
Sure.
because I don't have a way to fly and get up there to where the demons are, right? So
Yeah.
unless somebody's got a different idea.
Ranged attacks aren't my forte.
It sounds like we'd be happy to take care of the driving.
Oh,
then.
I mean, I have ranged attacks. Fireball solves everything, except in hell. But
Hey, why'd you move that thing on the? What are the things going on the map,
Oh,
Casey?
we're just shifting things around to get the appropriate combatants in the appropriate places. So the Urinyes will be heading up. They arm themselves, get ready to fly. You're going to be driving close enough so they can take off and get up to the Palanquin above the Garisto's kind of field of view, and they'll deal with the top. In the meanwhile, you'll deal with the Garistro. Are there
and how
any
tall? He was 40 feet tall. Is that what you said?
He is just huge. He's 40 feet to the Palanquin, but he is kind of hunched over to the point that he's putting his arms on the ground to support the weight of the demons on his back. So he's just a
Okay.
block of absolute terror.
But we got a ballista or a
Which-
harpoon gun.
You got a harpoon gun and other things.
What other weaponry do we have on this specific war machine?
So on this particular war machine, you have 2 harpoon guns and what they call an infernal screamer. The harpoon guns are, you kind of understand, big pointy thing, pulls back, goes forward, shoots it. The infernal screamer, though, it looks like a writhing humanoid torso made of melting wax, and there's a barbed hand crank behind the shoulder blades, so as you turn it, the barbs would just be ripping into the waxy torso. They kind of gave you you know how to use one of these, right? And then they were already moving past you.
Yeah, we leaving that off to the side.
This is why I told you guys that I didn't like dealing with the hills. They're so gauche.
Well, when in hell, and then kind of rev the engine a bit.
Goes the souls that you just absolutely burned up as you did so. Like every time you rev, you can hear someone being torn apart at the spiritual
That is
level.
terrible souls per gallon or per mile.
It's because you're holding the brake down.
Oh, okay. And I let go, and we just all go
Thought
flying
it used
forward.
the shaft.
So, as you are now heading towards the Garistro, the thunderous footsteps of this beast shake the ground as you approach. You can feel the judder through it. It's about 40 foot tall. It's horned, red furred. It's got winged shapes flanking it as sort of flying back and forth a little protectively. And then on top, a tented palanquin where you can see demonic soldiers swarming about it like insects. The Irinyes sort of say, "Good luck!" Off they go. As they fly up towards it, you can see them dealing with the Vrox and heading in to deal with the others inside. But I need to know what the plan is here. I don't know that one was made aside from go fast. Who's on harpoons? Is anyone dealing with the screamer, or what are we doing there?
Do we for on the harpoons? Is there chain or some type of rope
No, it looks like it's just a straight
that
up
just shoots harpoons?
damage. However, looking at the tip of it, you can see it's made of infernal metal, so it will deal full damage to the beasties down here.
Are there backup harpoons for it, or do
Oh,
we
yeah.
just have the two that are okay?
This vehicle is almost made of harpoons. Every part of it you could just lift a harpoon out of.
Can I do a driving check just as we kind of get moving a little bit? I want to find out if me driving is an absolutely terrible idea or not.
Sure.
What do I roll for the driving check? Is
Do
the
you
question.
have land vehicles?
Oh God, do I have land vehicles?
I was about to say, do any of us have land vehicles? Should be the next question.
I know I do not.
Nope.
I have feline agility, right? That's basically
That
the
is
same thing.
almost exactly the same but different. So, assuming no land vehicles means we will not
Not
have
that
a
I see.
proficiency bonus to the thing that we're doing.
Oh, Lord.
You may use your choice of straight intelligence or straight dexterity.
It's gonna have to be straight dexterity.
Okay? And vroom, 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 zoom, you kind of give it a little bit of wiggle. You got kind of a feel for it. It's going to be dangerous for you to do anything fancy like that cool donut that they did, which, now as you kind of see that they did that, like, oh yeah, that would keep the harpoons pointed at the target the whole time. Since you're not going to maybe try that, it'll maybe be a little bit harder. They'll have to aim as they go. If you would like to try and make it easier on your attacking friends, you can roll for a driving check to do better positioning. Or you're just zipping on by and then you'll turn, slow around, and come back again. Which way you planning on handling?
Not to ask too much, but the DC for it, does it feel like it'd be extremely difficult? Like this 10 feels essentially like, okay, Fortune drives it and he's able to drive in a straight line, kind of natural, but not trying anything. Does it feel like he would need to do
Sure.
like
The
basically
DC
20 or above?
DC
or...
is going to be a 15 to take away the
Okay.
disadvantage that the others might have having to fire from a moving platform.
Okay. I don't think Fortune will do that right away, but I think should the opportunity show itself as a good idea, Fortune is like mentally thinking of how he'll do that. So starting off simple and then thinking I might do something risky later.
Sure. So you're going to be making a pass by. Who's on the harpoons, if anyone? Or doing something else?
I mean, I can take a harpoon.
Okay.
I need some kind of range attack, so. But what did we say the screamer was?
Oh, we have not.
I would like to know what. I would like to
kick
know
death
what
this
the
time.
screamer.
Sure. All you need to do is kind of point the torso where you want it to be, and then turn that crank to find out what it does.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
All right, I'll get
What
on
do
the
you want?
harpoon then.
So Duren
What
looks
do you
at
want from me?
Duren looks at this thing. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. You would like it to be a 15 or better.
I can't get less than a 15.
I believe you. +23.
Plus 5.
Plus
So it's
5.
really a 28.
28. So as you... The screamer does as it says. It has no mouth, yet it must scream, so just a wave of psychic energy comes channeling out of it. You can see the Garistro is thrown back by it.
What?
Okay, so is it like, is the scream like
Give me a 4d12.
a 4d12?
Yep.
Am I taking this damage?
Nope. You passed, so you do not take any damage as the person using it. It failed, so it will be taking full damage.
Oh, okay.
So 31
I'd like
points.
to imagine it's the scream like from the beginning of Immigrant Song, and then the camera pans back onto Duren, and he's like full, like wide-eyed, like, hair blowing in the wind. Yeah, like it's go time, baby.
And so now the whole hair blowing in the wind, you're striking a very heroic, pose here. Aside from the fact that you're turning a cheese grater against a waxy corpse. So that might, add a little bit of zest to this particular, encounter. Harpoon, folks. Who's doing harpoons?
I'm gonna do the harpoon.
All right. Give me a attack roll. You've got a +6 to hit.
+6, so just a straight D20 with +6.
D20 with a +6. Yep.
You said there were 2 harpoon guns?
2 harpoons. You can also take a shot if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll take the second one.
This is rolling dice, but nothing happened.
There it is. Yeah, 16.
16 will miss. A 10 will miss even harder.
Ignore that 5.
Okay. So the harpoons are just going off in the distance, probably the unsteadiness of the platform. Telovere, I think, is the only one I haven't heard what you're doing as just nonsense is going on in front of you.
Seeing nothing else that I can do, I guess I'll just cast Chill Touch at the dang thing.
Sure.
Your rock is here too, right?
It is, but I'm
Are
not
you
sure if I
flying?
want to get
Are you
close.
flying above us?
No, because I couldn't hit that sort of speed with the rock.
Oh, okay. Damn, that would have been cool though. Just like giant bone vulture flying above.
That's a nat 1, so it's
just flops on the ground. But with that, the Garistro is now aware of you.
Come at me, baby.
Will start to charge. It's trying to hit the vehicle. The vehicle's not doing anything fancy or evasive at this point.
Not yet.
Comes up with a 15 somehow. Rolling a 2. The vehicle has an armor class of better than that, a 19. The Garistro just kind of gets alongside you, gives it a bump, but you're able to kind of course correct and get out of the way. Next round, you can see up top, demon bodies are flying down from above, splatting on the ground. Fortune, as the driver, what are we doing?
Well, several things have happened, and all of them missed, and we almost got run over. So we're gonna put in, I guess, some evasive maneuvers here of some kind. I don't know if I need to pick between like dodging or.
So if we do dodging,
okay.
Dodging, give me a DC 15, and that will give you the ability to add disadvantage to attacks against the vehicle.
Quickly shout out, dodge or give you better shots.
I imagine as the only one who's on that side looking at this thing, I'm like,
dodge.
Dodge sounds good.
We're gonna try and dodge.
All right, give me DC 15. Don't botch it.
feel like the guys in the back of the Jeep
Oh,
in Jurassic
no, I'm not
Park.
Fortune.
Can I do it? I don't think I can do this.
What?
Where is the text? I don't think I can psychic bolster because I'm not proficient in the vehicle.
Oh, okay.
And no one else is proficient in land vehicles, right? Because I will give it over.
Nope. A horse.
A horse, you say?
Actually, I don't have anything for that either.
Oh.
I'm just a paladin that can do fine steed. Well, yeah.
They really put everything in random places.
And so as that goes off,
I need shit.
You're the best one for the job.
he is the best one for the job. He didn't do any harm, but hasn't helped yet. Duren, what are you doing this time?
I think I'm just going to keep screaming at him if I'm
Okay.
in range for it. Am I in range for the scream?
You are in range for the scream. You can keep grinding away. And can you roll lower than a 15?
No, I have plus 11, plus 4, plus 1.
Okay. So you are absolutely able to just rail away with this. We're going to go ahead. It fails again. Give me the 4d12s. Las-Dal, Montgomery, Telovere. What are we planning there?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't seem to be doing too well with this harpoon. In fact, I've never used a harpoon before, so this is probably a bad idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the chill touch on him. I'm gonna roll to hit him.
Can do.
About a 22.
22 will hit, and chill touch does necrotic damage, correct?
Correct.
Necrotic damage works, and he will not be able to heal. Go ahead and roll me some damage. 21 points
21.
there. Las-Dal, what are we doing?
Seeing that I sucked with the harpoon as well, I'm gonna do what I do best: talk shit.
All right.
So I'm gonna viciously mock, tell him he can't keep what's going on above him straight. He can't see us straight. He might as well just trip over himself and fall in the lava.
Ooh, rough. That is a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Wisdom 19.
He does have advantage on this for being magically resistant. A 21 and he passes. Telovere, what are we doing?
Actually,
right.
wait.
Yep, what?
I think I can actually drop that down a little. I think I can. Sorry, the bardic abilities. I can.
Cutting words in.
Yes, I cutting words him.
Oh, go ahead and
I'm
roll
a
me.
copy and paste to show you that
Yep.
it says abilities as well.
Yep, hit me a cutting words. Let's see here.
To D12.
Some creatures roll. Ability check is not a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then never mind.
Yep. Sorry about that. So
No,
that one will miss.
Good.
We did Duren, we did Montgomery, we did Las-Dal, Telovere. What are we doing there?
I'm going to bardic inspire our driver.
Okay.
Fortune.
Thank you.
Drive us better. No getting squashed.
Working on it.
Drive
Thank you.
better.
Drive better. Okay, so
better.
I'm gonna ask a question, Casey,
Mhm.
and you can feel free to veto. Can my whites use the harpoons?
Sure.
I will hop out of a seat then for a white.
Yeah, I'll move as well.
I kind of assumed y'all did if you were using spells.
Yeah,
so-
I would have moved so I could cast.
Okay, so I'm gonna once again just catch chill touch.
Mhm.
So we'll see if I get it this time. That's a 27.
That is a solid hit.
Cool. That's 27 for 17.
Got it.
And then what were the rolls for the harpoons again? So I can
A
double
plus
it?
6 to hit.
Okay.
So D20 plus 6 to hit.
All right, there's one. That's an 11.
Nope.
That was so close. And that's an 8.
Both go stray. Your firing platform's too jittery. Anything else?
Hey,
Not at this moment.
Get better at driving.
I'm sorry.
So Garistro is going to not be able to charge at this point because you're swinging around nearby, but he is going to try and punch down at the passengers this time. His hands come up off the ground real quick. Boom, boom, slam down. I think Telovere volunteered saying, I'm the one close to the Garistro. Did I hear that properly?
Oh no, you did. I absolutely said it.
I believe you may have. So we're going to go 2 fists at Telovere. 1, 2. A solid
Wow.
miss and then a solid hit, probably.
I'm gonna
That is
silvery.
in fact a solid hit.
I'm a silvery barbs that second hit,
Silvery
that
barbs,
second
the second
swing.
one. There we go.
and I'm gonna give Telovere the advantage.
Silvery barb's
I
still
wish-
going to come out with a 22 to hit on that one.
I wish you hadn't. I would have taken less damage.
24
Son of a-
bludgeoning damage. And
one.
then he will be stomping the hoof attack as he kicks up. Let's go for Las-Dal, who just made some noise there.
That's not a hit for.
A 20 to hit,
Oh yeah.
30 bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength saving throw, or else you may be knocked from your vehicle.
Strength? No problem. I
No
got plus
problem.
0 to this.
You got tons of strength.
But you actually you have +4.
Got +4,
Okay, we'll make it plus
Which is
10.
exactly
So
enough.
21.
which gets it.
That's so funny.
For a moment there, it seems like you're going to go over, and then you're just like, no, Duren's too cool. I got to be in this scene. So that is going to bring us to the next turn order. Fortune, vehicle maneuvers. What are you thinking this time?
I think. I mean, we're having no luck with the harpoons anyways. I'm not feeling too confident. But you said they have 42. No, that's the screamer. That's 40-12.
I don't believe a harpoon's hit yet.
No, I don't think
Harpoon
so.
is not hit yet.
But I'm going to take the try and go for that dodge action here.
Okay. Dodge action attempted. DC
Come
15.
on.
You got a
No.
D12.
A D12. 9's not making me feel that confident. I'm going to do it, though. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
19.
All right. Dodge engage. Garistro will have disadvantage attacking. Let's go around the circle again. Starting with Las-Dal. Las-Dal, what are we doing?
Let's see. After he kicked me, how close to this guy am I?
So he's huge, so he's able to reach across the vehicle as you guys are trying to maneuver.
Hey, sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Oh no, I don't want to do that. That's gonna hit everything.
Can I take a bonus action, by the way? I haven't
Sure.
asked if I...
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of enemies and allies nearby this guy, right?
Yep.
Bonus action, chuck a psychic dagger at his
Sure.
leg and see what happens. Sorry, I just realized that also that probably doesn't take my whole turn to do that. Does a 30 hit?
A 30 is a solid hit, and psychic damage does work.
Hell yeah.
30 hit.
For 44 psychic damage.
Wow. Between the screamer and your blades, its mind is shredded, but it's still a big hulking beastie. Now, Las-Dal, what are we up to?
All right. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'll pull one of these stars off of my robe that I just got,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw this star at him. So we're gonna use a magic missile at 5th level.
5th level magic missile. Force damage does work. Roll away.
What am I hit? How much damage is that?
1d4 plus 1, and then we multiply that by
So
8?
3,
Maybe 7.
yeah,
7.
8, 7.
7 or 8.
Hang on.
Sorry, while he does that,
3 for 1.
Yeah, so 7.
7.
Yeah.
It's 7.
can I also get a wisdom saving throw from this thing? As at level 17, I gained my rend mind ability. DC is 19. If it fails and can be stunned, it's stunned for 1 minute.
Wow. It is stunned.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
at the fact that that just worked.
Wow.
I'm stunned at that too.
sorry, it's only let me do like one roll at a time for
Uh,
these
so,
missiles.
that's fine.
Uh,
2, 4. Oh, math is happening. 6, 9.
Jesus, blocks it easily.
14.
And the last one. coming up.
17. 21. Blackjack.
That's all of it.
Bad things are happening. Duren, we'll go over to you. What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Could be anything.
So I count 23 points of damage.
Was it
on-
23?
I'm screaming, baby.
Was the first one not counted?
The first
The
one should be
2
in there. I
damage?
might have just done it wrong. Got it. Screaming.
4.
1d20. Garistro tries to, doesn't pass. Give me damage. 4d12s more damage.
Mm.
Pyong pyong! 17 more screaming damage as you torment this melted torso. That was Las-Dal. That was Duren. Over to Montgomery. Montgomery.
I'm gonna
Attack.
use chill touch again.
Can do. It is stunned, and so
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
You have advantage.
you have advantage, so roll it
Oh,
again.
okay. A little better. 20.
20. That is definitely going to hit.
Definitely.
Definitely.
It's another 16.
16
And no
there.
healing if he was able to do that.
I'm sure the demons atop him would have loved to have healed him, but the Irinyes are killing them, and he is being hampered actively. Telovere and Whites.
Whites are going to do their attacks. So
Sure,
I'll
with
roll
advantage,
D20.
so give me 2d20s.
You got it.
That's going to
That's an
hit.
18. So that's a 24 for that one.
Okay.
And then let me do this. 1 and 2. And that one's definitely going to miss.
Got it. Give me 3d8s plus 4 for the harpoons.
All right. It's going to be 16.
16.
No, 20.
3d8 plus 4.
4. 16. Yes.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Got it.
Okay. And then I am also going to use Chill Touch.
Can do.
So 1. 19?
19 hits. That's the number.
Cool. Thank God. Ignore that second one. I think it lagged 8.
Got it. All right. I believe you said this stun lasts for a minute. Did I hear you correctly?
It's 1 minute. Can repeat its saving throw at the end of its turn.
Okay. So end of its turn, it will roll its wisdom check. It does pass this time, but it has no action. It is time to burn through some hit points, but you do not have advantage anymore. Question to Fortune. What are we doing with the vehicle now?
How's this thing looking? Like, is he still looking pretty much fine?
No. There's blood and ichor pouring off this thing. Chunks have been taken out of its horn. It's favoring one of its limbs as it moves about.
Yeah, is it like struggling to keep
Let's
up?
finish this thing off. I'm gonna try and do a donut around this thing.
All right, going for the donut.
Hell
If
yeah!
landed, will be advantage on all attacks. I need a DC 15. Don't botch it.
How could I botch this? Oh,
How
you
could we botch
bastard.
this? Uh-oh.
It was on the nat 20 and it rolled over to the 8.
Doesn't quite pull it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to Silvery Barbs to give him
Oh.
You're gonna Silvery Barb's my own roll.
I'm gonna Silvery Barbs your roll.
All right.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me a new roll.
How can I mess this up with a 2? All the dice next to the nat 1, actually.
Wow. Nope.
So it doesn't go catastrophically wrong, but this is not a donut. This is just you going in a slow circle. And as that happens, let's go over Las-Dal. What are we doing?
But doesn't Silvery Barb give some sort of bonus to somebody else?
I can choose to give advantage to somebody else. Yes.
You gave him disadvantage, clearly.
Let's see. I will go for. I'll give Montgomery the advantage.
Montgomery gets the advantage, and Las-Dal, what are you doing on your action?
Oh,
I'll let you know we got
see.
89 hit points until victory.
Okay. You know what? Since he's looking all gnarly and stuff, we're gonna go for a little vicious mockery again.
Okay. Vicious Mockery, Wisdom saving throw. He's good at them and he has advantage. But he's not good at them. It's a 13. Give me some
that's
damage.
Gonna be a whopping whole 9.
9 points of damage. But he is out at disadvantage on his first attack.
Yep.
Duren, what are you doing over there? Screamer?
Real quick.
Yep.
I might have missed my chance here, and I'll accept that, but I forgot in the excitement of my horrible driving to throw a dagger.
Oh, throw your dagger.
26.
26 does
Yeah,
hit.
there's all the good rolls. There's a nat 15 on the dice
There we go.
for 36 psychic damage.
That'll work. And now, Duren, what are we doing?
I'm screaming.
Screaming. Roll me those 4d12s. He's taking all of it.
Oh,
but
shit.
Not
Oh my
dead.
God.
Roll.
Wow. On his last leg, Montgomery.
Literally, are 3 legs gone?
Our 3 legs gone. He's down to 7 hit points.
I will do chill touch one more time.
All right,
Let's
chill
see.
touch one more time.
And I have
Montgomery's got
advantage,
advantage.
which is
17
good.
will
See,
miss.
now I got
20 will
There we
hit.
go.
Show me 7 damage.
hopefully that should be doable.
16 is enough. The Goristro falls down. At this point, the araignées are flying off as the demons spill out, most of them bodies that have been torn to shreds. They're holding something up triumphantly as they fly down towards you.
Yeah, I want to know what we just helped on the other side there, but
Sure. They
I try
land.
to show off with another donut, and I get another 7.
Dude, does he flip over and
So I do a donut like so
surprised.
slow that they land and just watch me do the whole donut.
Just driving around in a circle. There's no skid.
It's like when you go to your parking lot when it's snowing out to see if you can do donuts, and you're just driving around
Yeah.
it.
I don't even think he's touching the gas at this point. It's just the engine idling is what's causing him to move at this point in that like slow creeping forward moment. But it's very conservative on the souls. Kypris lands and she's sort of like, "Get out of there. What are you doing?" You can see Nikala's holding something in her hands. It looks like a conical dagger made of seashell or horn of some sort. It's spiraled on its way down.
Y'all get what you wanted?
Oh yeah,
That dagger?
she holds it up. Huh, way better. Horn.
Oh.
is that valuable around here?
Oh yeah, unicorn horn. Everybody wants one.
You killed a unicorn?
Well, congratulations.
Oh, they don't die. And she sort of points over to where laying on the ground there is a hornless unicorn just like shaking and twitching and having like the worst day of its life. And as this is happening, you can see the absolutely pure alabaster pearlescent, hair of its body slowly like festering and turning black. Its shimmering mane that should be flowing majestically is turning red and kind of crunchy, starting to take fire. You're watching the transformation of a unicorn into a nightmare.
Out of character. I love nightmares are so cool, and that is horrific and awesome to see. Fortune is definitely aghast, but I'm excited.
It's like, yeah. I mean, if we wait a little bit and we pick that up, we could actually sell that at the Belvedere too. They do races.
Oh. Could we just take it as our spoils to have a nightmare?
Yeah.
I mean, if you can break it, it's yours, but
Hmm.
we're going to want to tie it up soon. They get feisty.
Me and animals aren't the best. Duren, you're great with animals, right?
Yeah, no.
Fortune.
I'm good
maybe
at
You know what?
if I'm
I'm gonna
persuading the
I'm gonna
animal.
head over there and I'm gonna find some rope and see if I can try to make a bridle, like a makeshift bridle out of it.
Sure. So you're looking at this beast that is mid-transformation, and you can see where the horn has basically just been gouged slash snapped out of it, and there's like little silvery bits of blood that is hitting the air of Avernus and kind of going into flame. It's obviously like the most holy of holies in a very unholy place. It is acting like, holy water on a vampire to the area around it, but it's being overcome by this set. As you look at this bridle and you look at this horse, and you're like, in about 5 minutes, that thing's going to be breathing fire. You're not sure that a bridle's really going to do it. You're going to have to like truss this thing up, unless you want to actually try and make an animal handling to tame it. Are you trying to actually lead it instead of strap it up?
I'm gonna try to do a little taming here.
Oh, okay. We need an animal handling check against a nightmare. And the nightmare is going to say, I don't want this. It's only got a +1 in wisdom. It posts up a 10, you post up a 22. You can see it can't quite form the coherent thoughts that it would like to right now. Unicorns can talk, you know that. Nightmares probably can, but in this transition point, you're able to dig into its base equine structure and just be like, here's a carrot. It'll follow you for now.
I'm gonna ride it.
I'll follow.
Oh. What alignment would you say you are right now?
Oh shit.
Well,
1 second. Let me look.
we'll start with that.
What were you going to say earlier, Telovere, about all of this?
Welcome. Well, first of all, welcome to Team Evil. Glad to have you as the neutral evil member of this party.
See, I want to say I'm chaotic neutral, but 1 second.
As he's doing this, Teller is just shaking his head like, I told you all that dealing with the hells was not a good idea. At least the undead have the decency not to try and trick you.
I think Las-Dal is a chaotic neutral with the way he has made some of his
Chaotic neutral. Okay. Now I do, due to your actions, I do need to pry a little bit more into your character's life than I usually like to on stream. And the first thing I'm going to ask is to roll a D100. A 1 means it is currently more unicorn. A 100 means it is currently more nightmare. So please roll me a D100 so I know how far through its break it is. And 18, it is more unicorn right now. Is the bard Las-Dal qualified to ride a unicorn? If you know what that means, feel free to answer. If you don't, I can say it more bluntly.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Okay.
It's probably lawful good. You have to be.
That is
I'm
not the
guessing.
qualification for unicorns. It's the
No, it's not.
No.
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Are you a
Honestly, I don't.
maiden?
Are you a maiden?
Oh no.
Okay. So you
The
go
only
to
maiden here is probably Fortune and maybe Loktar.
you go to swing astride this unicorn, what is just mid transformation, and you realize why this is not attempted. Because at just the wrong moment, it bucks and it hits you right there, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you are on the ground suffering all of the regret that you possibly could for trying to defile this animal with your sullied bits.
Gotta remember to check what creatures allow you to ride. Yeah, I remember that now for future reference.
And kind of nudge the Arañas. See this happen often down here?
You know, if he'd waited a little bit, it actually goes the other way around once they turn into nightmares.
It would have rid him?
I mean, I guess if you pay
An
enough.
unmaiden.
But I just mean, no, the unmaidenly bit.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why we're allowed to ride nightmares.
All
And
right,
it's just sort of like,
well,
wow.
Sorry to
Now that-
interrupt, but I just
Fortune
want to point
gods.
out that Bo posted something
Oh.
in the discussion for
Yeah, I was gonna
relevant
post
for
that in.
tonight.
Yep, Bo, absolutely. You can do anything that makes it easy for you. Typing instead of talking would be just fine. I can keep an eye on it there. Sorry about that. I thank you for calling out the blink. And we're going to transition a little bit back into, as that happens, cinematic mode. As the unicorn becoming nightmare is, secured to the back of the vehicle, they don't really slow down. So this unicorn / nightmare is struggling to keep up. However, as the time passes, as it's being dragged along and the nightmare of it takes over, it is able to lift itself up off the ground as its hooves begin to catch fire a bit. So as the beauty of it is scuffed away and the nightmare is revealed, it then is just kind of being drug along through the air by the vehicle. The Rinye's hit it up into high gear, toss another soul coin in, it wheelies, and then takes off. And you can see as you're passing through, combat happening to left to the right, rivers of lava, all sorts of nonsense, scrap yards full of bone and metal, fallen colossi in the distance. Eventually, though, you come up to a throwback to the Avernus of old. An idyllic little spot, a pleasure palace laid out. The red Belvedere hoves into view.
Dang, it's like the devil's golden saucer.
It is quite literally that. And one moment as we reset and get myself caught back up here. And let's see here. Catching up on chats, on donations. Okay, we look good there. Let's come on down to the red Belvedere. Jagged mountains give way to an unexpectedly beautiful sight, a sprawling palatial complex glittering with silver and gold. Light dances through the front's rotunda, red-stained glass dome, reflecting off the overcast sky to shower the buildings with a rosy glow. A carved stone sign at the front of the complex reads, in numerous languages, the Red Belvedere. The Rinye's see you off. They help you detach the now mostly nightmare.
Thanks for the ride.
You sure you don't want to hang around for a better ride?
Fortune, don't.
What? But I'm where I need to go. I don't.
Fortune.
What? I don't understand. What? Do you have a motorcycle?
As I'm dragging him away, I look back to the Ernias and be like, "No, thank you. He doesn't need that.
I think he does
He's
a lot.
he. Listen, let him get a vanilla experience first."
I could have ridden the unicorn.
Fortune,
Oh,
you
why did I
could
think
have
about that?
Fortune. Oh my God, Merkel, take you.
As
Don't
you
let
are
Merkel
being
take
kind
me.
of pulled away, um, the casino's rotunda lobby is emitting the sweet smell of perfume. Glittering lights chase away all evidence of the war-torn landscape outside. A gilded statue of a roaring dragon presides over the casino's lobby. Distantly, you hear the clatter of coins and patrons laughing in preternaturally deep voices. Above you, a winged tiefling soars. Patches of multicolored scales freckle the tiefling's skin, and her prim tailcoat shimmers with every hue. She looks a bit like this. No sword at the moment.
Cool.
As you make your way into the lobby area, you can see that there are counters where coins could be exchanged. There's a greeter who steps forward, a odd-looking draconic fiendish feature. Those of you in the know might recognize an Abbassai. Welcome to the Red Belvedere. Can I help you cash in?
Oh, whatever you do.
Yeah, cash in, cash in. I want my coin.
Oh, of course, of course. Just this way. And he sort of leads you over. Are you hungry, thirsty? Can we get you anything?
No, he's got all the coins, right? I mean, he's got to exchange them, right? Fortune, get up here.
Oh, yes.
How many
And they,
coin?
and they,
Spend it all.
oh,
You spent it all?
oh, I think you're in
What'd
the
you
wrong
spend it
place
on?
then.
With respect, where would we happen to? We have a specimen that we would like to inquire about selling to your establishment here. A nightmare.
Oh, well,
I am death staring Telovere right now.
He can death stare me all he wants.
You have your ride. Are you gonna deny me this one?
Yes. Anyway,
Son
uh,
of a bitch.
so
100 gold.
where would we go to inquire and discuss the sale of the creature?
well, Uvashar is the pit master of the Alabaster racetrack. I would imagine he would be the one to speak with about acquiring a new steed. Now, only the finest of beasts run here at the Red Belvedere, but if you are willing to offer, we could certainly see about exchanging that for a few talons or so. Um, just a moment, I'll see if Uvashar is free.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Of course,
Wait, did
please.
they? Oh, sorry. Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Please make yourselves comfortable, and you can see there's plenty of places to sit and sort of stand about here, but everywhere people are exchanging these small platinum scale-like coins. Um, you know, they've got cups full of them, they've got little baggies, that sort of stuff as they're moving about.
After he leaves, I'm going to turn to Las-Dal and go, I understand that you like the horse. The horse is not a horse.
I
And
know it's not.
thank Merkel, you do. But also, we need a way to pay for things here. And with respect, I don't think they'll buy Fortune.
Wait,
Did we use
I'm the
all the
wisest. What? I'm worth more than they can afford. Okay, calm down.
My point is proven. So it was that, or we were going to have to find a way to scrounge up some of these talons. And truth be told, I'd rather not get kicked out of a casino in hell.
I mean, I have 500 gold pieces and the 7 soul coins. Is that what you meant? It's not a lot, but
I don't think they'll accept gold here. That's the thing.
No, but they'll take the. I'm sure he can convert the soul coins, right?
Yes, which is good, but we'll need more than that if we're going to get
Do
anything
we
done.
still have all 7, or did we spend one on getting the?
I assume they provided the coins for their own
You
vehicle.
did not burn up one. That would be one of the Nat 1 options as you were driving the vehicle. So you were not
Hmm.
required to put in another soul coin through your current antics. As you're sort of, I would imagine telepathically talking amongst yourselves, but sort of
Yeah.
squinting at each other in dedicated, the winged tiefling descends and lands next to you, walks over. You seem terribly distraught for some folks who should be very much enjoying themselves. Is something the matter?
Do you take regular gold here or just soul
Okay.
coins?
Oh, either or both. You can exchange gold coins of reasonable mintage, 10 gold per talon. Soul coins are, of course, worth quite a bit more, 300 talons for a soul coin.
Thank you. That
Okay,
answers our question.
That's 3,000 gold for a soul coin, just so everybody knows.
Oh, yes, if you wish to buy a soul coin, we can make that arrangement happen. It's not normally a service we offer, so it's, of limited exchange, but those who have need of soul coins have come here from time to time. Is your vehicle low on fuel?
Hmm, we made alternate travel arrangements to
I'm not sure
Araka.
what a nightmare eats.
Oh, dear.
You rode here on a nightmare. All of you.
Oh, no, we had friends drop us off, but we had a nightmare. Is I don't know if you probably see the nightmare with us. I don't know. Did we bring it in?
I
Or
would
is it
imagine it's kind of
outside,
like just outside and to the side,
Yeah.
tethered,
we
where you can keep an eye on it.
we had found brought a nightmare as well.
Oh, well.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Fortune's also just gonna kind of slyly put in there. Also, Smiler said that he had good standing here that we could bet against his standing here as well.
Smiler?
Yeah, of the Defilers.
Oh, he hasn't been by in some time.
Oh, I'll have to
How is
chastise
he?
him for that. I mean, his urine had an awful odor to it, so probably doing okay.
Oh, he didn't, did he?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
he did.
on me, just on my friends here.
Have you bathed since?
I don't know. Have you all bathed?
I pressed the digitation myself.
We
Just
have.
I don't know about the rest of you.
Just yourself.
So that would be a no then. Well, I'm happy to tell you that the Dragon's Pride, the lower floors here, offer the finest in recuperation services, baths, and other such treatments. But you must be one of our VIPs. Since I don't know you, I happen to know you're not a VIP, but I do encourage you to try to become one.
Yeah,
A,
I mean,
a most wise and generous course of action. We thank you.
Certainly. And if there's anything you should need, my name is Windfall. I am the proprietress of this establishment in honor of my goddess Tiamat. If
Windfall, it's a nice instrument you have there.
Oh, I thank you. I do from time to time perform, but you know, duties.
Is there anywhere for someone to perform to make a little extra coin via business with you?
Oh, I don't think we're hiring just now. You have to sort of die to get in to show business around here. But I would say if you can prove yourself into the VIP club, it's not an unreasonable ask.
What does it take to get into the VIP club?
Oh, all you need to do is impress one of our pit bosses. They're in charge of the various rooms and entertainments here. If they see you of particular worth and value, they can make a recommendation to come down to the Dragon's Pride.
Huh? Well, I guess we have our first introduction with one of them to perhaps introduce the nightmare that we recently acquired. So that's a good starting point.
I think it'll take a little bit more than turning up with a bit of horseflesh to impress Ulvashar, but certainly make every effort. And have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Now, you mentioned some gold and some coins. Can I see you over to the exchanging table? You won't get far without some talons.
Of course, why not? Who
And
might have refused the hostess's or the owner proprietor's guidance?
and she sort of like leads you over, and as she's doing, while she is obviously paying attention to you, she is very experienced in this. So at the same time, she's waving to other people, she's checking on things, she's saying hi to the help, and once she gets you over to the table there, they present the list of options: the gold exchange or the soul coin exchange, the talons themselves. And how many would you like?
Uh-huh.
300 gold,
I've-
sorry, 10 gold to a talon, or 300 talons for a soul coin?
I have 500 on me at the moment. I think that's. Let me double check that.
So
Yes,
50,
500.
50
Yeah,
talons
50.
then? Certainly.
And that should be all I need to become a VIP.
I,
Fortune gives a very wise and good boy wink.
I certainly hope that Tiamat favors you as you expect she might. And with that, you acquire 50 talons. It's an iridescent metal coin stamped with the silhouette of a dragon claw on both sides. You can tell that there's a bit of platinum in the core, but they are definitely made so that they cannot be easily imitated by outside sources.
In Psychic Whispers, anyone else gonna get some, or am I the only one here who's gonna gamble?
No, I want to gamble, but I don't travel with my gold. It's back home safe. I didn't realize we were gonna be gambling.
Be fair, we were coming to a casino.
Casino.
I
yeah.
we know.
guess
We knew
I
that
didn't
the whole
connect the
time.
dots.
Yes, we knew
Yes.
that the whole time. I'll put 500 gold out as well.
Sure, 500 gold out, 50 talons are provided for you. You each get a nice little, cup to hold them in.
I mean, I could help one of you guys. I'm good at games.
Montgomery, I will spot you some if you would like.
Oh, I mean, I'm good for it.
Sure. How much would you like?
How much do you have?
That's not the question I asked,
That
Montgomery.
is such a good question, Windfall urges.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know. What did you get? 500 gold. 500 gold. I guess we'll start
Yeah.
with that. Make a
500 gold for
fortune.
500 gold for him, 1,000 for me.
Sounds good. 50 there, 100 there, and Loktar stands up, slams down a grimy fistful of coins, 220 for gold, 3 silver, 8 copper, a bit of sparkly lint, and tufts of fur. Betting it all on fortune. Windfall looks between you, looks over at you, Fortune, assuming that Loktar kind of indicated you. Fortune, what a wonderful name. He intends to bet on you. Will you be participating in the arena?
I mean, it would be a shame for your audiences to not witness me in action. So yeah, I think I would.
Excellent. And I apologize. Your offer of entertainment, I thought you meant to play. Will you be joining your friend in the arena? It is one of the best ways to put yourself forward as a hero of the establishment.
Wait,
I.e.
there's
VIP.
If
There's
that's
a-
an easy, if that's a quick way to become a VIP,
there's an arena
Of course there's an arena.
to fight in.
Yes?
And I need talons to get in?
I believe it is, and she gives you the correct number, but the DM has to look it up. I think it's 15 each to participate, and it can be teams of up to 3.
Okay, well, I'd like to participate. I'll do some converting of gold into talons.
Certainly, certainly. And as she provides, as the attendant provides the talons, and she gives you directions to the Colosseum. Kai heads up the Colosseum, and I'm certain he will enjoy seeing such ambitious participants. A full team, no less. I do wish you
Who
the
else is on
very
my
best.
team?
Las-Dal,
like-
Duren, Fortune. So team of 3 so far.
Okay.
Okay, do we want to get another team of Loktar, Montgomery, and Telovere?
Oh, Telovere will not participate. He absolutely will
Sorry,
not
one of
participate in
Telovere's
this.
whites.
Now, I don't normally do this, but given how enthusiastic you are, would you mind if I walked you to the Colosseum, and in the meanwhile, I'll have Uvashar take a look at this steed of yours, give you an evaluation, and then meet up afterwards?
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
It'd be my pleasure.
So Telovere will take care of the horse selling.
Horse trading.
Some horse trading is happening.
I'm always one to get into the market of trading living beings. What can I say?
There's a
I've done it
time.
before.
It's your knack.
There's
Yep.
a time for such things. And
When
so
in hell.
you are led up to a star-shaped Colosseum. As you enter, Windfall wishes you the very best. The
Thank you.
aura changes from the welcoming, cool lobby to a riotous jeers and shouts that are rising up to echo against the walls of this open air Colosseum. The stone that it is crafted from is deep red. Over the sound of the roars, there's a clattering of metal and a booming voice excitedly commentating on a fight. Ah, it looks like he's dropping that left again. But wait, a little bit of magic. I think he's recovered. Excellent, excellent. Oh, that ended quickly. But we'll be back soon. And as you sort of look out on the field, you can see someone has just been absolutely splattered across the ground. You can't see what did it to them. Just the remains of what it's been. As you walk in, you're greeted by one of the attendants. Oh, you'd like to participate. Excellent. It's 15 talons to join in.
Is that per person or for the full team?
That's per person. If you
Well,
win,
here you go. 15 talents.
if you
Yep,
win,
I get mine over.
you receive 100 talons in return. Of course, people can bet on you as you go. There's 3 matches to the set. You'll have an hour break between each match to rest and recover. If you feel you can't continue, you can opt out at that point, but you must find a replacement and pay a 15 talon exit fee.
Oh.
And at that
Yeah.
point, they get you arranged Las-Dal, Duren, Fortune.
I
Montgomery,
will make sure. Oh, sorry. I was just saying, make sure Loktar's 22 talons that he, out of the amount of gold he put on there, is bet on me.
all right, 22 talons, Fortune to win. That bet is
That is every coin to my name.
I figured.
Yeah.
Your coin is in good hands.
that bet is matched. Any preparations, etc., that I should know about before the party enters?
Oh,
We're-
Montgomery wants to place a bet.
Okay.
Are we doing solo fights or is it a team fight?
It's
And
so
we're
3 of you will
break-
enter the arena: Las-Dal, Duren, and Fortune. So it's a team
Okay.
fight. Your opponents have not been declared.
Okay. I'm gonna put my remaining 35 talons for betting for us to win.
Sounds good.
I'll do the same. I want to ask, I guess if Kai is there, is there any issue with pre-preparation?
So Kai is a red Abishai, and he's sort of overlooking things as he comes down. You're like, is there any problems with pre-preparation? He's like, no, of course not. Do what you can to survive. Fight hard.
Won't be a
Fight
problem.
well.
Thank you.
Now, I do wish to clarify. Those are your own preparations. Outside interference is strictly forbidden.
Very reasonable. And Fortune will psychic veil to go invisible.
Good.
75 tokens on the cat's team, 25 on the other team.
Hedge your bets.
As you hedge your bets, everybody please make note of your bets, and we will settle those up as they come through. At the moment, it's an even money, so no favorites so far because they don't know who you
I'm
are.
betting it
and
all
what
on
you
my
do.
team. They
Betting it
can't
all.
lose.
That is a
Can't
terrible
lose.
idea. If they die, you lose so much money. Also, they die.
If they die, I'm not going to be worried about the gold.
Really?
I'm more worried about them. Yeah. You're not?
Someone actually cares about us.
Oh, look,
Actually,
there's a
maybe this is a
dragon
good
down there.
time to talk to them. If they do die, what are you supposed to do with them?
I don't know. I was just thinking I would pay to get the bodies back and find
But,
something else to do with
do
them.
they want you to turn them into something? Do they want us to try and revive them? We kind of
Revive?
went through this before. We didn't really talk about it. And
I wasn't going to revive them.
Quick question for you, Casey.
I don't have that
While
ability.
they're arguing, did we have enough time for a short rest while we were heading to the casino?
Yes, you may definitely take a short rest.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Because I took a little damage and I want to recover.
Absolutely.
How much damage did you take?
It's a little.
Like 10,
Just a smidgel.
20, something like that.
yeah, it could make a difference in this. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
need
definitely
rest
gonna make
only.
a difference in this. Yeah, I took 30 damage. That's right. I took a kick.
And then remember that 6 damage from my slap.
That would have been before that, so
It lingers.
The sting still lingers.
the
stink.
the stench of it does linger, yes.
You hear a psychic grumble. How do we feel about cheating to win?
No cheating.
Yeah, I already said no cheating. But
That
what
won't
are
be
you thinking?
necessary. I appreciate it
They
though.
always say no cheating.
Yeah, but what are you thinking?
Yes.
Well, I think I see our opponents on the map.
I would send my double along with you.
They can't have an extra person there. In the meantime, Telovere is going to separate himself from those two just a smidge with his white standing off to the side. So if anything does happen, he's not caught up in the crossfire.
Sounds good. And so, yes, you do see the opposing team. 3 Bulgura are being encouraged to enter the arena. The beasts are ape-like, massive, orange fur, and a taste for people.
Duren, I hope you can handle a few of them because I'm gonna be hiding behind you.
Why the fuck are you here then?
To support, he'll support you. I will throw range attacks. You
I'm gonna
tank
be
their
throwing range
attacks.
attacks, and I'll be doing some harassing of them.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta weave in and out. They will just whoa. Is
If
that
we-
from me?
What's that?
I don't know who that was from.
What happened?
Yeah, we just had some crunchy mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
crunchy
someone's
mic.
mic got very crunchy and very peaky.
So, if everyone would, so if the 3 participants would please roll themselves into initiative.
Absolutely.
One day I'll roll double digits again.
Someday.
Lost all. No.
Me too.
Duren, no!
Would it be
You
cheating
needed
to
to
give
go
Dranko's
first.
blessing to one of them?
I know I need to go first. I can be invisible.
So outside interference is forbidden.
Okay. Cool.
Can you do it? You can do anything you want. It
No,
just
no,
might
no.
have
That's fine.
consequences. And so
Be a good boy, Loktar.
What's the space here? Like they're 100 feet away or so to start, so they'll get like halfway there, and we can move up, and then.
Nah, not such a big arena. It's kind of, we're going at each other's speed. So, as going at each other starts, the Balgura look between you. They see a lightly armored person, and what looks like a mobile tank, and they aim for one of the two lightly armored people. A 1 will be Las-Dal, a 2 will be Fortune. Las-Dal, they are headed in your direction. The 3 Balgura descend upon you.
All 3, Jesus.
All 3. And so it'll be a bite and 2 fists from each of them.
Oh, Las-Dal.
Las-Dal, a bite and 2 fists from the first. What number am I trying to hit?
15.
A 15. So 22 for the fist will hit for 11.
Can you not wear medium armor?
Bite and 2
No,
fists.
we're light armor.
I have shield, right?
I don't
No.
have shield.
Oh, 20
Yeah.
sides to every story. Thank you for the donation. And to mention, Ed/Montgomery is matching donations up to $100 total this evening, so we can get that in there. What would you like your donation to represent there? Are we going for 5 player rerolls, 5 DM rerolls, or something else a little bit spicy? But in the meantime, I think an additional 20 points of damage on the second round to Las-Dal. And then attack number 3, bite, fist. And the players are getting some rerolls as another 19 points of damage is headed to Las-Dal. The players have 5 rerolls in the bucket.
You see Las-Dal get bloodied.
I wasn't
Damn.
sure whether we get rolls from my match or not, because I
You
didn't know if we could do.
can definitely. The players have 10 rerolls to burn through tonight.
Yeah, because whatever anybody picks, I'm just doing the same thing. So if they give us rolls, we get rolls. If they give it to you, you get more rolls.
Sounds good. We'll mix in another
No,
wandering
no.
encounter
That's
there.
how
then.
that works.
Yeah.
You always give us the rerolls.
I don't know if that's
I'm
true.
letting them. It's buy one get one free. Whatever
one, get
people
one
want to
free.
do
So
tonight only.
if you're still listening out there, Roadkiller, Dawson, etc., if there's another Avernus-based personality you'd like to see swing by, let me know and I'll see if I can work him in.
Oh my gosh!
And but Fortune, what are you doing?
We're
Balguras
gonna.
are all about Las-Dal right now.
I'm going to. How can I do this?
Man, that was a great plan. Have Las-Dal distract them. Go, Fortune, go.
Yep. Steady aim. Let's throw a dagger with advantage at one of them.
Sounds
If they
good.
turn out to be immune to psychic, we are in so much trouble, though.
Are we?
They are not immune or resistant to psychic.
Nice.
Well, I would be useless in a lot of ways. Oh, sorry, with advantage. So that first one and then that second one.
The 24 will
24?
hit.
Come on, let's get some high damage.
Ooh,
43 psychic damage.
That Balgur is worse than bloodied already.
And then do I have any bonus action I could help Las-Dal with? Is there any way I can kind of position myself to just help, like, make it harder for them all to single target Las-Dal?
Not really at this point. They've kind of got him surrounded and they're just kind of like pounding down on him. If he can get out of the mix, then yes, but he'd have to get away.
Let's go ahead and have the Balgura I hit, which we'll say is the 16, because that's the first one. None of them have been hit yet.
Mhm.
Give me a DC 19 Wisdom save.
DC 19 Wisdom save.
Oh, actually, no. Let me change that. I'm going to bonus action. No, I said it aimed. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm done.
Okay.
It was
No wisdom saving throw.
no wisdom saving.
wisdom saving,
Sorry,
okay.
I forgot I used my bonus action already.
No worries. Las-Dal. Balgur is to the left. Balgur is to the right.
I'm going to flip them off, put my finger straight out, turn it like a key, and open a door
Okay.
and walk through it as I dimension door the fuck out of there.
Ooh. You are no longer surrounded by Balgura. And
I am
then what
going.
happens?
How big is this area?
This area is technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, roughly 50 feet from point to point of the stars.
Oh god.
Oh, we can get in the crowd.
I could be in the crowd, but I think that would kind of disqualify me.
Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself 50 feet to the. I'm gonna put myself down to the bottom corner down here, away from all of them.
All right. So as that happens, Duren,
Yeah.
Montgomery, Telovere, Loktar, as you're watching from the stands, an elven figure, fairly young looking, is sort of settled down beside you, and he says, "Oh, I do hope your friend will be okay."
He'll be
If he lives, he
fine.
lives.
That seems a bit
If he lives, he
cruel.
lives.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Well, no, he's in the middle of the fight. It's not allowed to assist from outside the arena.
Oh, I guess that's true. We wouldn't want to break the rules. And he just sort of sits there thoughtfully, kind of looking between.
Just hold on to that thought process until after the fight, and let's see if they come out intact or not.
He leans forward as he's watching, and you can kind of see him like sneak an apple out from under his plate, and then you just hear him like slowly crunching an apple as he's watching you. Durin, down on the floor. Balgur is over there, looking confusedly at the person they think they've pounded in the ground. What are you doing?
I'm gonna run into the middle and I'm gonna cast a 4th level Spirit Guardians.
Oh. Boop.
It's that, no, fuck everything.
4th level Spirit Guardians is up and running. That's going to then bring us to Balgura's. Any other actions?
No.
Go ahead and roll me a Spirit Guardian. We'll use that damage for the round. And we'll roll
Okay,
some
give me
wisdom saving throws here. DC 18 wisdom, you say?
DC 18 Wisdom for 18 damage.
That's not going to help them. That's not going to help them. That's not going to help them. That's not going to help them.
He's reading the stat block.
All right, so all three of them will be taking the 18 points of damage as we get into it. They seem quite upset by this. And so...
What?
What? Yeah, they don't like it. They will therefore recklessly attack you.
Look at you trying to get that hit in.
Just anything to make a hit happen. We're going to do them the 3 bites and then the 6 fists. Bite, bite, bite. 1, 2, 3. A 25.
That'll hit.
Okay, you take 12 points of piercing damage. Woo, I'm a hero. Roll a Constitution check. I don't even think you can fail those. Nope, you basically can't.
Constitution? Yeah. But none of those
you have
hits, yeah.
you have a 10, so I have to hit you for more than 20. Fist attacks, 6 coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 of them hit, I believe. 25 for 12, 23 for 12. Ooh, 24 for 12, 36 points.
36. And what did I get hit by with the last one? 10?
Yep.
12. Oh, no, it's 12 plus 36. So 48 total.
Yep. And none of those were more than 20 in one hit, so all the con checks go through. The Balgura don't
I
like
actually have
this.
plus 14, so.
You're a monster.
It's not actually a save though for that one, right? It's a concentration check.
It's a
Or is it
concentration.
save?
It's Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw
con
is
saving
the
throw.
concentration check. Yeah.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Fortune.
I will.
You can run.
Can I take an action to hide? Essentially, like kind of while they're all focusing and distracted, kind of bonus
Sure.
action hide and jump up and stab the one I already hit, or chuck a dagger in its back, essentially,
Yeah. You can
to
do
try
that.
and finish one off. For another 43 psychic damage to the same one I hit before.
Another 43 psychic damage. A quick question for you.
Mhm.
Where would you have attempted to hide at?
So mostly from behind them, which I understand in 2014 might not count. I'm fine re-rolling the attack roll straight and not bothering with the hide there then.
Give me the attack roll straight just because you realize behind them you are still in their blind sight radius. You picked
Gotcha.
the wrong direction.
Gotcha. 24 for the
solid
for the
hit.
flat one.
And 43 more. Going after the already hit one.
Yep.
One Balgura down. Fortune. Anything else?
We're just gonna throw another dagger. Screw it.
Dagger.
Won't do no sneak attack, but
That's a hit.
so just 7
7
psychic
more
damage.
there. Sounds good. Las-Dal.
How bad are these Balguras looking?
I don't think any of these have been hit except for my Spirit
Except for
Guardians.
what you
Yeah,
did?
these two
Okay.
are
And
both pretty good. The one towards the back here is the one I've been applying the extra damage to.
so 25 between the Spirit Guardians and the bonus dagger, I think.
All right. And these guys are right next to each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Antagonize.
Oh.
So I'm gonna whisper magical words to antagonize one creature. So he targets. He's got to do a Wisdom saving throw. On a fail, he takes 44 psychic damage, and then he melee attacks another creature of my choice.
Wisdom saving throw. A 10 is a fail.
So I'm gonna tell the one, this guy here.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell him smack his buddy.
Smack his buddy.
And he's gonna take a
Smack.
little bit of 10 psychic damage.
He will do 5 more there, so 10 to him. 5 to him. And anything else for you, Las-Dal?
Nope.
Duren.
Well, it's Spirit Guardians time.
Yep.
So we'll start with that.
The bubble remains.
Okay, this time is 21. And then
They're both going to take all of it.
the one that is the hurt the most, I think it's this one in the back.
Yep.
Gonna take my 2 swings on it. I'm assuming a 14 doesn't hit.
14 just misses.
Okay, then I'm going to use my favored by the gods to roll an extra 2d4 to add it to my roll.
That'll
So
do.
I got an extra 6. So they take 20. First one takes 20 damage. And then I'm going to swing again. And that'll hit the 29
That'll hit.
for another 17 damage.
And are you hitting the lower one or the upper one? Front or back?
The upper one. The
Upper
upper
one.
one.
Done.
So he would take 37. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And that's it.
Sounds good. Bulgura barely survives and is just raging and attempting to deal with you.
Aww.
Perhaps you'd like to surrender.
Doesn't seem to know the meaning of that word.
Fortune
Possibly.
plays it up to the crowd. Perhaps you'd like to surrender.
A little grandstanding. How about a little performance check as bite, punch, punch. Nothing happens, and the Bulgura will
Are those
die.
coming at me?
They are, and it doesn't work.
21 on that performance check.
21 on that
Actually,
performance check.
I know technically this isn't necessarily pass or fail, but I'm going to use my psychic knack just to play it up more.
Sure.
As like little fireworks go up or. So a total of a 30 performance check.
Total of a 30 performance check. Now, would you like to spare this Bulgura, or are you going to end it? Are you looking for the thumbs up, thumbs down from the crowd? What are you looking for as part of this performance? The Bulgura, you can see, is on its last bit of ichor, and you could easily end it, or you could spare its life. What do you do? What is your... Are you taunting it?
Quick check-in with Duren and Las-Dal if they have any preference. But I just love the vision of Duren's in the background, fully plated up, just weathering these blows like inconsequentially.
Oh no, I'm just standing there, and it's like happening.
I do this to show how bloodied and messed up I am.
I'm going to look to Duren and I'm just going to go, or actually I'll look to the whole crowd and go, eh?
And you give the and the crowd is roaring along with it. They're like, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Should we just all take our attacks at the same time on this thing?
You could just
no,
end it.
I
Your
want you
performance.
to end it.
Yeah, you are over the top with it. So you go over, you end it in as dramatic a fashion as you would like. Do you have a preference for this thing?
Yeah, I think Fortune will just kind of like feline agility, double speed, full on, give a little anime flair of almost looking like teleporting over there and just kind of draw a blade across it as it, as it's breathing heavily, trying to hit Duren and not even making a dent, and just quickly put it out of its misery.
Got it. You go streaking past. The blade moves through the air, but it does that, anime thing where it doesn't seem to register that it is done, and then it topples. The head falls one way, the body falls the other, and probably like 3 other limbs at the speed that you move. It crumples to the ground. The crowd is going absolutely wild. Up in the comment booth, Kai is like, "Oh, that is beautiful. I haven't seen an execution like that since my days in the arena. Well done, well done. And don't forget, this group will be back in 1 hour to face off on their next challenger. Can they handle the worm?" And as that all goes off and the lights kind of flicker, things start.
You can't handle the worm.
Can they handle the worm?
Never met a worm I can't handle.
With that, what we're going to do is come to a close this evening, because I've got a little bit more prep work to do for this particular battle. I wasn't expecting you guys to jump all the way to the Coliseum right away, but I will get my stuff together so we can do that. We'll give the group an hour to recover, so you will have an hour to do stuff in the casino as we come back, wander around. You can move while resting here, as long as you don't engage in strenuous activity and get your short rest back, and then we'll pick back up an hour game time, 2 weeks in the real world, and we'll get to meet your apple munching friend who's kind of hanging out there with you. As you come out, looking a little hurt and bloody, he sort of makes his way over to you, completely unasked. He says, "Oh, you look just a bit off. Here, let me." And he just reaches out and he does a lay on hands on anybody who does not actively dodge him and just heals you.
Fortune definitely dodges. I'm unhurt as well.
Las-Dal is just kind of staring at him, trying to figure this guy out.
He looks as out of place here as anyone could. He looks like an angelic elf in weirdly gothically evil looking armor. Just like if you took like the perfect angel boy elf and stuck him in weird goth like spiky armor, and he's like, "Oh, you look a little. Let me just take care of that for you. There you go."
A defiler.
What?
Are you a defiler? I mean, your nature seems antithesis to the nature of hell. I learned that word from Telovere. Thank you, Telovere. Psychically just thanking Telovere with no context whatsoever.
You're welcome for whatever I've given you.
Of this place, so it kind of feels like you're a defiler.
No, no, I'm Aplos. I'm not a defiler.
But do you know Smiler?
I've met Smiler.
But you're not a defiler.
No,
But you are a Smiler.
I do smile.
At this point, I slap Fortune upside the head.
And I think the two of them kind of go back and forth a little bit in that kind of loop there. And that's where we'll draw it to a close. I do want to thank everybody for their donations to Futures Explored. We will let the players hang on to their re-rolls for when we come back in 2 weeks. For those of you that I will be seeing at GaryCon, look forward to seeing you there. For those that don't, we'll be checking in on the Discord from there. And yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for the donations. And buy a monster egg, Al. Wait 2 weeks for it to hatch. Did another monster egg get purchased? I don't see the other
No, I was
monster
just
egg. So
salesmanship.
We were purchasing monster. Oh,
the Wandering Encounters. So we'll
Yeah,
pick it up
yeah.
from there. So 2 weeks we'll be back. We'll have our Coliseum battle in the Red Belvedere. We will have some exploration happening. You will have Aplos, the apparent elfin angel boy, hanging out with you, and we'll see how all that goes. Thanks everybody. Let's go ahead and do a little raid browsering here and see who might be out and about still playing games. Do we have any other shout outs as we're wrapping up?
Shout out
I got
to all of you, my fellow players.
Yeah. And a big thanks to Ed
Oops.
/ Montgomery for bolstering the donations in this session. And we'll carry those
Yeah, I'm gonna-
benefits forward. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just donate the whole $100, and
Oh.
whatever's left over,
Wowzers.
we'll use it to match the next time we play. If this is still going on. I
Sounds
don't know
good.
how long we're doing this.
So
Oh,
we're
yeah,
doing
that's
this
nice.
one till the end of the month, and will we be back again this month? We will be back on the 27th to play, so we can use those
Oh.
matches up at that time. But Ed, thank you very much for the donations, and thanks
Thank you,
everybody
Ed.
out there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep,
Um,
everybody's welcome. I know it's a good cause.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And let's see here. Best Laid Plans by Neon Geek. That seems interesting. Let's go say hi. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a bit.
See ya.
Have fun.
Bum, bop.
See you in 2 weeks.